Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are on our way to Ohiopyle, which is actually not in Ohio, it's in Pennsylvania.
Right, and that's a new state park for us, a new park in general. But I've heard that it can be a very challenging place to camp because we have a 35-foot rig and it's a pretty rugged campground, but a beautiful place is what I hear.
Yeah. So we're going to take you guys along. We want to share the experience with you guys and see what you think. Starts the rugged part, and we haven't even arrived.
Challenging, rugged already.
So Mike's going up here to see if we hit a few things. Obviously our antenna's still there, so that's a good sign, but we hit a few things. And just double checking. Hey, see if there's any like holes or scratches or anything in the roof. Where are you taking me to?
We're gonna go get some dinner. We're gonna have pizza in Ohiopyle, but I don't know how to get there.
That's probably only 5 miles away.
Well, it's less than that, but we have to go all the way out and around. I would ride our bikes, but no, it looks
It's
like
so
rain and it's
cold.
43, 44 degrees.
Like winter jacket cold.
Yeah, it's not fun camping in this weather.
Check this building out. This is super unique. Peddler's Pizza was a go.
Yes, it's paddlers.
Or Paddlers, sorry.
Paddlers, because
Oh yeah. This is why I love to get to these places early, because there's only 2 other cars here. And I'm sure by the time we leave, they'll be half full by that time. But we'll have the waterfall mostly to ourselves, and that's what's really nice.
So this is not a long hike at all. Literally, all we have to do is go down these stairs. I can already see the waterfall right here. Literally right there. So I don't know that there's a lower area, but that you can see a viewing point right here. So let's get down there. Exactly at the bottom of the Cucumber Falls. Really easy to get down here. There's really no viewing area from the bottom except for on the rocks at the bottom. So, but it's not bad.
Because of all the rain that we've had this spring, it kind of looks a little messy up there.
But because of all the rain we've had, this thing is really flowing heavy, which is nice.
And not very far. You can see where it dumps right into another river that's even bigger.
Right into this big river, and I think that's the Allegheny.
Sure.
I can't pronounce these.
The Allegheny.
You got the Allegheny, but this is the Ohiopyle.
It's something
like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really nice. Nice area.
All right, just like I said, we came with 2 other cars. Now there's only 1 more added car here, but we weren't here very long either because this is not a very long hike. We'll be driving by here 2 or 3 times a day, just making our way around. So we'll show you this like kind of midday, what it might look like. And there may not be a place to park. Okay, we're making our way to Ohiopyle Falls, which is right near the visitor center. And we want to go into the visitor center too. So we're going to do both. We're just going to park here because by the time we get done with the Ohiopyle Falls, the visitor center should be open by then. We're a little early, so.
All right, so literally just to see this falls, it is a short walk from the parking lot to just a viewing area. It's not a tall falls, but they call it the Niagara of Western Pennsylvania.
The Little Niagara.
The Little Niagara of Western Pennsylvania. But yeah, it's just a viewing area right off the road, so let's check it out. That's what you think?
Yeah, it's not as pretty as the last one, but it's big.
It's much bigger, more powerful. It's not down in the gorge, of course, so that changes what you see other than waterfall. But
this is nice for if you're like handicapped, you can still see it without doing steps.
Yeah, very nice waterfall for just right off the road.
Yep.
All right, so if you come to Ohiopyle, just be prepared to do hiking because that's what this place is really all about. Hiking, you can definitely kayak or canoe, but they also have whitewater rafting. I don't know if I would kayak and canoe in that water we just saw, but it is a hiker's paradise. Extremely tough to get to if you have a rig our size, 35 foot. Not bad, just a lot of winding roads, a lot of steep hills. But just understand that and you'll enjoy this place. Beautiful area. Holy cow.
It says that the young Lieutenant Colonel George Washington tried to navigate this river on a handmade wooden raft. That would be intense.
And it says he bailed before Ohiopyle Falls. And then
yeah.
Today we got people doing this.
1754. That's been a hot minute. So that was the visitor center. That was nicely done.
Yeah, really nice center.
And we got to see what a hellbender looks like size-wise. I don't want to run into one. So, where to next?
It's a good question. What do we want to see next? We got the list in the truck.
Yeah, let's go check the list.
Let's get back to the truck and we'll see where we want to go next.
Yeah.
All right, so we have come up with a game plan, and our game plan is to go to a coffee shop and create a game plan. So
that's the game plan.
We're going to go. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning, so we started early. So we're going to go. I think
there's still room for coffee.
There's a coffee shop with like 5-minute walk. We're going to go there.
Yeah.
This is a nice place to park too, because town is hard to find parking.
Yeah.
So come to Visit Center, park. Everything's walkable here. It's not really big. So we'll walk to the Bittersweet.
Yeah, Bittersweet
Coffee House, or
we'll show you. Looks cute. And if it's not too much of a hike, maybe we'll do that fern out there on that peninsula.
Yeah.
There's 2 rivers that kind of go together in this area.
Fern Cliff.
And it made a peninsula, which used to be like a big to-do. It used to be a big visiting area, but they've cleared everything and let nature take its course, kind of thing.
All right, but off to Bittersweet Coffee House to make a plan.
Okay, it's in that little tiny building
can't sit inside.
I think you can. It's tiny. If not, we'll get it and we'll come back to the truck. There it is. We're going to go up there. Well, that did not work out.
Alright, so we got a couple sweet treats. A dark chocolate peanut butter cup and a pecan
Turtle. I'm a sucker for the turtle.
She's a sucker for the turtles. And we got a couple coffees coming on the way.
I'm going to wait for the coffee.
Yeah, we're going to need the coffee, but it's not like dark. I should have just got a regular pour coffee.
I don't know which is which.
Okay, we have come up with a plan.
And we're all jazzed up on.
Yeah, now that we've got chocolate and coffee in our system,
I couldn't
we
eat
need
it
to
all.
walk.
It's too sweet.
We're going to do some of the Fern Trail, not all of it, the peninsula.
They left the remnants of a train station, and this is where the bike trail can come, parking lot. Here's part of the bike trail.
We made it to the edge of the falls, right there. The trail is not good. We're not going to go any further. There's a lot more we want to see, and frankly, there's a risk of injury of tripping over stuff. Water had risen and just dumped a ton of debris, so we're not going to go any further than this. A lot of people are. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but we're not going to go further than this.
All right, so we are going to jump back in the vehicle, run back to the campground.
Yep.
Get dinner kind of prepped and in a crock pot, and then
there's a Frank Lloyd Wright house somewhere around here. I don't know how far, but we're thinking about going up and checking it out later this afternoon.
we're only afraid to be closed on Sunday, so we're going to try to do it today.
Yes, we're going to try to do it today. And then tomorrow we'll finish off with the other hikes we want to do.
All right, for tonight's dinner, we're gonna do cube steak. So flour, salt, pepper, some seasonings, mushrooms, cream of mushrooms, obviously the steaks itself. We're gonna saute these off in some butter and some oil first, and then they're gonna cook the rest of the day in here. So here we go. So you're only par cooking these. They'll still be pink when you go to put them in the crock pot. We got up so early today, it's like, should have just come back to take a nap, but we thought we were going to come and we thought we were going to get up early and do a sunrise, and we didn't. We decided not to do the sunrise, did we? I think we're going to do the sunrise tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen one.
I think I sat long enough, I'm like, we should have taken naps. But where are we going to?
Falling rock, or falling water.
Falling Water, which is the Frank Lloyd Wright house. We bought tickets to go see it, but we're only going to do the outside tour because we thought it was a little expensive. So this will give us a little taste. If we like it, then the next time we come, we'll do the inside tour.
It's pricey.
So we're only going to do the outside tour. So let's go.
Okay, so we just stopped at the like visitor center area, and gentleman told us to take this route. We have a map of the grounds, so we only got the grounds pass, and that's $18 a person. So you can only walk through the grounds. You can't go in the building.
But you can walk all up around it and all that. So.
And he said take all the pictures you want, but the path we're on now takes us to
a lookout G.
Yeah, lookout on the map it's G, but if you go to the website, there's a live feed of a camera, and this is where that live feed is. So he said it's the best view on the whole grounds of the house.
Of the house, yeah. Which I think that's where we're going to experience the water falling.
I can hear it.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's head to the house.
There is no river that runs wide as your goodness. There is no mountain that stands tall as your faithfulness. There is no river that runs wide as your goodness. There is no mountain.
All right, so we just left the viewing area G, which has the live feed, and we're walking to the house now. Actually, we're coming right in front of it. We can't go inside, but we're going to check out everything we can.
Yeah, we didn't know if it would be worth the extra money to go inside.
It's $40, $39 a person to have access to the inside.
And if we think that it's worth it, then the next time we'll come back and we'll do the inside.
Yeah.
Frank Lloyd Wright, which he was the architect here, 1935, he decided to build this vacation home. And in the midst, it was built in 1936 through 1938. The original budget was $35,000. I gotta catch my breath.
That was a hill.
Oh, what a hill. But the total cost back at that time was $148,000. Is what it ended up costing them to build it, which was an additional $11,300 just in architect fees. So back at that time, that was a lot, but this was just supposed to be a vacation home because he was from Pittsburgh. So this behind us is the guest house. The guest house alone is just under 5,000 square foot.
All right, so that was decent. I mean, it's hard to say it was worth $18 for me, but
Yeah.
I like doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I think it's one and done kind of thing for us.
Yeah.
Do it because it was one of the things they say it's popular to do.
And it's unique. So, okay, back to the camper.
I think we're going to just go back, enjoy
Chill.
our beautiful campsite.
Start a fire maybe.
Yeah,
Sun finally came out for the day.
feels great.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back, get a fire ready, get some dinner, just chill.
Coming back to the beginning. I'm coming back. there's nothing in between us, and nothing can.
I did some research, and plus we asked at the visitor center about where the best place to see sunrise is, and they weren't sure, but I had done research and it said Bogman Rock. So we came out here, short hike from the parking lot. It's really
just enough to lose your breath.
Yeah, just enough to lose your breath because it's uphill. So we're going to find out how good of a sunrise we can get. All right, so that was a really good sunrise.
Yeah,
what made it interesting was the fog. That's what really made it interesting. And we met a local named Joyce, and she told us of other places we can go to get a good sunrise. We're off to Uniontown. I think we're going to go try to find some place for breakfast. And there's nowhere to get diesel here. So if you have a diesel truck, there's nowhere to get diesel here. So we have to get diesel there so we can make it home.
The fog's settled into the town. There are times we still use our EFS card even when we don't have the camper with us. We found a truck stop that was part of the EFS program, so we're going to top off to get us through our rest of our day, and then we're leaving tomorrow anyways.
All right, y'all, so we just came back from breakfast. We are at Meadow Run hiking trailhead.
It's a trailhead.
It's the trailhead for Meadow Run, but this is where the natural water slide is. So we're going to go check that out. Well, of course, we're not going to do it because it's only 41 degrees out this morning. The unofficial start of summer, Memorial Weekend, it's 41 degrees. So
I'm not going in a water slide.
We're not going in the water, but we want to check it out because we see video of it all the time. So
maybe we'll come back one day for it.
It's not really a far walk either. It's another one of them short little jaunts. So here we go. All right, so our guess is you start up here, you slide down here,
yeah,
and you end up here, but the water is rushing so hard, I don't think it would be something anybody would do at this time. It would be way too dangerous.
Oh, this would be dangerous. Okay, so we're going to go to a couple of the knobs.
Yes. Well, we're going to one knob anyway.
Third knob.
What is a knob? Does anybody know what a knob is? When you got Gobbler's knob, which is where they have the whole rodent thing. Then you have Tharp knob and Kentuck knob. What is a knob?
I think it's just the crest of the mountain.
Is it?
The flat part of the top of the mountain, maybe?
I don't know.
But down by our campground, which we're getting ready to head to, Tharp Knob is on our way.
So apparently, Tharp Knob is an overlook that we pass on our way to our campground. And you can hike to it from here, but something tells me it's an uphill hike.
Yeah.
The Betty Knox Trail, Tharp Knob, Overlook, and Loop. This might be the hardest hike we do the whole time we're here. So I can see it's starting uphill.
What might be even harder is when we get those e-bikes out and we take the trail.
Yeah, we heard that's got a massive hill.
Somebody said, walk your bike down the hill.
It's like 3/10 of a mile, extremely steep.
Yeah.
But you got to go up as you go down. So. All right, we're on the trail.
The 10th of December in 75, together until they reach the other side. True love never dies. Plenty of bumps along the way. They'd be lying if they said they liked each other every day.
Not red.
True love never dies. Somebody take a picture. Somebody write it down. We can learn a thing or two about forever from these lovers and what they found. Now every night he sleeps alone. He stretches out his arms and holds.
This is really good.
But she ain't coming home. True love never dies.
Oh, that was intense, but we made it. My stuff was just like screaming. Feeling better? That was probably the most intense hill I've ever been up on this bicycle. He didn't have walking mode, I did. Back in the tub you go. Till next time.
This is our last night here, and we were just sitting around the fire talking about leaving tomorrow and how we really don't want to do that 11 or 12 mile stretch of road that got us here because it was so difficult. I mean, just wasn't fun. But we've looked at the map and we can go out in a mile and a half, be on a state route, but that mile and a half might be worse than the 11 miles. It's extremely steep, extremely curvy. There's a couple of switchbacks that are over 90-degree turns, and they've recently chipped and tarred the road, so there's gravel everywhere, and 13,000 pushing down on me at a 9 or 10% grade. Can I stop it? Can I keep it stopped or slow enough to not slip? Ugh.
If we turn down the road, there's no going back.
I know, there's no turning around.
There's no turning around.
So it's either 11 miles of torture or a mile and a half. That's the dilemma we're discussing around the fire as we consider leaving tomorrow. So what would you do?
All right, guys. Wish us luck.
Yes, we need it.
It's got us a little on the stress side of it's only a mile and a half, and we got to remind ourselves it's no different than the other 12 miles plus miles. So I think we're going to be okay. Are you going to put it in low or no?
I'm going to see what the engine brake does first.
Okay. All right, here we go. Did the car go with us? Oh, he ran way up on us. Can't even see us. Oh, bus.
All right.
A mile and a half. That's all we got to do. Good job, babe. Did good.
Now it's all uphill. Whew, that was just a little bit of...
I think we worked our nerves up on that one too.
All right.
That was definitely working the nerves.
We spent our Memorial Weekend at Pennsylvania's Ohiopyle State Park. First off, let me start by saying this is such a beautifully rugged place. I sometimes wonder, though, why we tend to put ourselves in these tough-to-reach places. Then, once we're there, I remember being out in God's creation just seems to arouse my senses. This will be my 58th summer, and as I think of that as an age, I think, wow, I've been around a bit. But when I think of it as opportunities to explore all that God has given us, I think I need more time. Unfortunately, that is the one thing we don't or can't say with any certainty. Things can change in an instant. So go explore, go find your people, go as if this is your last chance. Happy glamping.